ever looming. That front foot pressure doesn't let opponents rest and settle. Briedis in the black and red doesn't always start fast. He will need to here, Darren. And the one thing we noticed, it's a big ring tonight.
It really is a big ring. Here we go. All that time we've been waiting for. The first bell has sounded. And like I expected, I did think Dorticos would hold the centre of the ring. Try and pierce out that jab. Look for that right hand that we see finish the fight against Sabiti. For me, Briedis the more comfortable on the back foot, so with the ring being so good, I expect him to move, stay out of danger, especially early on.
And even those first 2 or 3 jabs that Briedis has caught on the arms, he'll feel that thumping power that Dorticos has such a reputation for. Just comes in with that stiff jab through the middle. Dorticos was caught up through the middle by Andrew Tabiti and, of course, by Murat Gassiev, who spent large portions of their contest on the back foot, but picked his spots really, really well and with aggression when he did commit. And that's what Mairis Briedis may have to do tonight if he's to have success. But Dorticos is the one to let his hands go first.
Yeah, he did. He landed a right hand that seemed to trouble Briedis for a split second there. For sort of cuffing right hand around the side. Not your typical Cuban style that we've touched on. Very aggressive, but very good boxer.
Both of these two had to take their foot off the gas, having been in camp since the beginning of the year, ready for that late March duel that was cancelled just days before. It will be down to who was able to adjust, who was able to taper down and keep disciplined in a difficult year.
Yeah. Cagey start from both men. Understandable, so much on the line. Just having a look, feeling out process.
Dorticos will always touch you with that jab as soon as you hold your feet. You better get off the line if you do stand in front of him, because that jab is a measuring stick, but it's also the setup for that big right hand, and Mairis Briedis will know that. You see him stepping to his right-hand side away from that, and they will have worked on that, moving anti-clockwise as much as they can. Nice left hook through the middle, though.
Right-hand left hook from Briedis there, good shot. Dorticos took it well.
Both men have had their spells, haven't they?
They have. Cagey, but a good opening round.
Night indeed for the Cuban, but the dispatched of him in that tournament format, crucial to get through the early rounds with minimal fuss. You couldn't say the same about him this season. 2 difficult fights. Mateus Mastanaku, always durable, went the distance, and Tabiti caused him some problems early too, and that one went late. So he's done 22 rounds this tournament. Mairis Briedis considerably less so.
Start the second round is battle of the jabs. Some good variation from Dorticos. Head, body with the jab. Always thinking about throwing that right hand. How can he find the opening?
Briedis' imperative will be to try and keep Dorticos turning all the time, just offset that rhythm to that right hand, just glancing past the front of the guard.
I think to try and make Dorticos fall short of that right hand and land that lovely right uppercut that he throws so well.
Just look for the left hook there, but Dorticos' hand position was responsible, keeping that right hand just glued up by the temple. Back Briedis into the corner. This is where he likes to go to work, but Briedis finding the exit well.
So important you don't allow Dorticos to get into a rhythm, because once he does behind that jab, he really does follow up with the right hand, puts everything into it. But Briedis, good overhand right.
He's also looked for that uppercut up the middle a couple of times. Briedis, that was the money punch from Murat Gassiev that caused so much damage, and because of the way that Dorticos holds that guard and sometimes doesn't move his torso as much as he should do, when he stands in front of you, when he misses with the right hand, he is there for that uppercut up the middle, and you can see Briedis already starting to shape up for it.
Yeah, fainting well, Briedis on the back foot, trying to draw out the lead from Dorticos and come back with his own counters. Got to be careful, sorry Chris, when Dorticos throws that jab, he is guilty at times of pouring it out. He's a sucker for that right hand counter that Briedis will be looking for.
Briedis staying tight guard, just tried to win back with a left hook, but was well short because Dorticos took his feet back, and the Cuban just backing the Latvian into the corner. Wants to show that he can be the boss when they come together as well.
Tempo starting to increase now. Both men letting their hands go. Good jab, but a good right to the body from Dorticos. Supporters of both men here very vocal in the corners.
10 seconds on the clock in round number 2 in a fight that you cannot take your eyes off. Mairis Briedis just poking that jab through the guard. Worked with Dmitry Shihalai, Latvian coach. Worked with Richard Bolotniks, who's in action against Jose Byrne in Riga tonight. They had a brief spell with Victor Yarasuk for the Noel Mikelian fight, and it has reunited at points with Vasily Chernigovs, who's described as a father figure and the man who really taught him the fundamentals of the game he knows so well. But it is Dmitry Shihalai who's in the corner at the wheel tonight. Big pressure for a trainer who hasn't been on this stage either. Yeah,
you really do call on your trainers in big contests like this, especially in the later rounds if it goes that far. Briedis has that very good relationship with his. Always thinking on the back foot, looking for those counters. Dorticos again stalking his prey.
Briedis just feinting with the feet there too, wasn't he? Just to get Dorticos to hold his feet momentarily. That was smart work.
He's very good at giving you the eyes as well, Briedis. He'll look at the chest and he'll come back to the head. You see it all the time with top-class fighters. They never neglect the feint. It's such an important tool at top levels boxing.
The timing of Dorticos' jab has been so key to his success in recent years. When opponents are moving, there's always that split second where they lift and reset that front foot to position themselves for their shots. That's when he fires it through. And we talk about the great fighters like Gennady Golovkin. It's always the timing, not necessarily the speed of the punch. And it's when you throw it, understanding when your opponents are reorganising, when that gap appears. And that's what Dorticos does so well.
He does, and you know, though I touched on that, he does pour out his jab at times. I almost feel he uses that as a trap. He tries to lure his opponent in, so then he can throw the right hand.
Just left it counter from Mairis Briedis there, though. Right hand over the top from Dorticos. Briedis comes back with 3. A couple of them were just muffled by the guard, but he just creates the angle there.
They're letting the hands go now, Chris. Levers flying, head, body. Oh, left hook.
Dorticos felt that one, just goes tight guard for a moment, rolls, uppercut through the middle.
Great action in the 3rd round.
Again, that clubbing power from Dorticos comes back with the right hand to the body, but there was just a Mona Lisa smile from Mairis Briedis, as if to say, I've had the better over the last minute and a half.
Yeah, he's worked well, Briedis, the last part of this round. Picks his shots well. So dangerous with that right hand, Dorticos. Really loads up with it.
10-second clapper as Briedis just looked for a right hand over the jab there and spun his way back to centering. They two let go with right hands at the same time. The trophy at Ali's grave, a fitting tribute for a man who has idolised the great Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. And after his exit in the semi-final and the emotion that he showed there, you see what it means to him, and if things get tough, you know that his body will quit before his mind out.
Absolutely. Good variation with the jab from Dorticos at the start of this round, and that will help him find the opening for that right hand. Throw a big stiff jab to the body, try and get the hands of Briedis to drop, and then throw that right hand. Got to be a bit more cute instead of loading up with the shot. Equally, Briedis boxing well on the back foot, always thinking, moving nicely. Just the right hand on the gloves there, didn't he, Chris?
Yeah, parried the jab before too, just subtle work, and then shoots that uppercut through the middle. He's really done his research, Mairis Briedis.
Yeah, he's a top quality operator. We see that against Usyk when he was on top form, narrowly lost. He's a very, very good fighter.
Oof. Lovely exchange of hooks there.
Yeah, Dorticos with the left to the body. Briedis with a left to the head. Both men took them well.
And they've really warmed up here. I mean, good sparring. Mairis Briedis for the first camp earlier this year. Mikhail Luau, Jack Massey and Chris Willem-Smith. 3 excellent British domestic cruiserweights.
Big right hand.
Big right hand through the middle there. Dorticos took it well.
He really did, Chris. He took that well, because that was a full-blown right hand from Briedis there.
His chin has never been in question, Yuniel Dorticos. I mean, the number of times he got hit clean by Gassiev, who's a real banger too, and he only folded right at the death after taking so many clean. I don't think he's ever really had that as a question mark above him.
He's got a very good chin. He just ran out of gas in the fight against Gassiev. Took that shot from Briedis well. Oh, big right hand from Dorticos.
On the temple too, and Briedis holds on for a moment there. Maybe the first proper meaningful shot that has got through and just given the Latvian something to think about. Dorticos just mirroring the footwork, cutting off the ring, just trying to pinch that space of Mairis Briedis, make the ring sport.
He works really well from the centre of the ring, Dorticos. He just slides out of range when Briedis plants his feet and lets his shots go, makes him fall short. Good jab from Briedis, though. High quality boxing this from both men.
Briedis finds himself just backed into that corner. Dorticos rips to the body. You can see him just setting his moment. Always manoeuvring you, always stalking. Kind of impending doom about the way he cuts that ring off. Just chops down a right hand. And the referee was just a couple of inches away from taking a left hook. Mairis Briedis has had a mini breakthrough in round number 7.
Yeah, he's landing some big shots. Very cute shots, picking them well.
It was in the 9th against Gassiev that a couple of shots landed and just took the steam out of Dorticos, and he wasn't really the same from then onwards. Another couple of moments like that for Mairis Briedis, and he could be in for a big championship round here.
Doesn't need to get greedy, though. He's landed some good shots on the back foot. Doesn't need to go looking for it. Go back to that jab, start setting the traps. Good cuffing right hand there from Briedis.
Just on the temple, wasn't it there? And again, Dorticos hung on, a minute to go in the 7th.
He's gone back to pouring that jab out a bit, Dorticos. He needs to ping it out. Razor, sharp, head, body. Cannot afford to be pouring that jab and bringing it back to the chest against someone who can counterpunch like Briedis. Right hand back from Dorticos there.
He was looking for it, wasn't he? But the jab just broke up his rhythm mid-punch, mid-flow. Holding centre ring, but just not his best round, the Cuban. Briedis just feinting with the feet, just pushing his man back, measuring that distance, then slamming that jab through the gap again.
Good head movement from Briedis there, moving side to side, looking for the left uppercut. Got into a rhythm nicely this round, Briedis. Oh, big shot. Took it well, Dorticos had his hands high.
The uppercut, then the jab, almost the reverse of the combination that he's at greatest, and wouldn't he like to win that trophy, to take it back to Louisville, Kentucky, and be indelibly linked with his hero forever. It means so much to Yuniel Dorticos. He's given up so much, defecting over a decade ago, hasn't seen his family for such a long time. He would just love to close this chapter with one last huge win and go back to Cuba and live out his days in peace. But he's got some work to do here.
Yeah, he has, because Briedis is turning the screw here, Chris. Letting his hands go. Trying to hold the centre of the ring a little bit more. He's slightly more aggressive. But back comes Dorticos, pushing Briedis back. Stop! Trying to find a big right hand of his own.
Briedis again, smart, just stepping off to his right-hand side, away from the big right hand that he knows that Dorticos is looking for. There it is. You can see him shaping up for it.
Mixing out well to the body there, Chris.
Not been easy to catch clean upstairs, Mairis Briedis, and when in doubt, aim for the body, especially when you've got the thunder in your hands, as the Cuban has. You can see his feet just trying to keep on terms with Briedis, who's been pretty fleet of foot at 35. No signs of slowing down yet.
Good pressure from Dorticos on the front foot. Got to be careful with that jab again. turned him well, Briedis. Allowing space behind him from the centre of the ring.
The one thing that has been really positive about this, Darren, and touch wood, the commentator's curse doesn't strike, but it's been a really clean contest so far.
It has.
No head clashes, really. The odd one or two, and as I say that, there it is.
No holding, no holding.
But no fouls. Has been boxed at a very high level. I've been in awe of what I'm witnessing here. Great contest.
Well, in keeping with just a myriad of fantastic finals, Taylor Prograis, Inoue Donaire, of course, Usyk and Gassiev in the Season 1 Cruiserweight Tournament final. These two pushed those men so hard. In the respective finals, check left hook from Mairis Briedis, exits to the left. Dorticos took it well, but these are going to start having an effect at some point, Darren.
Yeah, Dorticos seems to be breathing heavy, his mouth open. Taking a couple of shots there, beautiful pick shots from Dorticos, right hand, left hook. But that pressure on the front foot from Dorticos is so impressive. Really willing himself on. He understands what you said there, what is at stake here. He desperately wants to dedicate this trophy to the greatest sportsman ever, Muhammad Ali, really forcing himself onto Briedis.
He's walking onto shots in the process. Briedis getting through that high, tight guard of Yuniel Dorticos. Marooned him into the corner again. Briedis exit, finds himself back to centre ring. Nice little level change there, just offering the jab to the body too. It's worth mentioning too that, of course, as we know, Briedis stripped of that WBO title. Had he brought it into this contest, the unification rules would have overridden the IBF rehydration clause, but the fact that Briedis comes in without a belt means that they were subjected to that 10-pound rehydration clause overnight. It would have weighed in, again, something like 8 AM this morning, and you know, because you had the belt.
Yeah.
But you know, we did wonder at their ages whether it will affect one fighter slightly more than the other, especially in a nutritional fight, especially down the stretch. Are we just maybe seeing the first signs of that fatigue from Yuniel Dorticos?
Perhaps. But he's one of those guys that when he does tire or he does look hurt, he's dangerous. Briedis can't afford to get greedy, thinking that his man's tiring, make a mistake, because he will be punished. That's good from Dorticos, setting traps, jab to the body, then coming back to the right to the head. Oh, good right hand for Briedis.
Did a very similar thing there, didn't he, Briedis? Just pushed the jab through to the chest to open up that gap. Right hand on the temple, just for a second. You thought maybe the legs of Dorticos would work, but they stood firm.
Briedis not moving as much now, trying to mix fire with fire when Dorticos trades from the centre of the ring. If that continues this round, it'd be very exciting.
Stiff jab there from Dorticos as Briedis tried to step into range. You can hear the thump of that jab, even if it hits the gloves of Mairis Briedis. Power from the Cuban.
Oh, looking for uppercut again, Briedis.
Dorticos was almost in Philly shell there with that right hand just diagonally across his chest that just stifled the upward momentum of that right uppercut. Stiff jab from Briedis though, steps off to his left-hand side.
It's good pressure on the front foot from Dorticos, but he's running out of ideas. Briedis boxing nicely, so I think it's important for Dorticos now to get behind that jab. Don't telegraph that right hand.
Just caught one as he was on the turn there, Mairis Briedis, looping right hand, but seems to have taken him really, really well tonight. Never looks like he's been hurt at any stage of this contest. I necessarily think Dorticos has been majorly hurt. He's certainly been buzzed on a couple of occasions by clean, crisp shots that have snapped the head back from the Latvian. Such a great contest to watch this.
It really is. Superb. Superb action from both men. Both men extremely switched on because they know it can be over in a split second.
Double jab, stiff against the guard. Just forced Briedis to reset for a second, but he finishes the round with a nice 1-2 through the guard. And Lawrence Okoli, former British champion and the EBU European champion on the 12th of December in London. Okoli said he was leaning towards Mairis Briedis tonight. Just felt he might be the fresher and sharper of the two men. So far, it's not a bad prediction.
Yeah, there's not much in between them at all. I just feel Briedis is the more well-rounded, more comfortable in the back foot, always looking to counter. But the aggression and the real will to win from Dorticos is so impressive. And that power in the right hand makes him dangerous down to the very last second. But can't be predictable of it, Chris. Both corners very vocal.
That image of Muhammad Ali watching on over their shoulders, taken at the famous Deer Lake. You can tell from the horizontal wooden slats behind him where he spent so much of the 70s preparing for career-defining fights against Joe Frazier, George Foreman.
Too wild with that right hand. One thing I've known about Dorticos is he throws a backhand, he follows the line that the jab's just gone down. It's very disguises the right hand very well, and he needs to go back to doing that because he's telegraphing that right hand, and someone with the know-how that Briedis has, he'll be able to counter and avoid the shot.
Solid shots through the middle there from Briedis too.
Good jab from Dorticos though.
Ripping that right hand to the body. And again, always stepping off laterally, always getting off that line.
Keep him up.
Yeah, he feels his back on the ropes and he steps away. He knows he doesn't need to be there.
He's been jabbing and stepping to the right too. And when you jab, knows that Dorticos brings that guard high and central.
It's the variation, Chris, as well. You know, moving left and right, keeping Dorticos thinking all the time.
And ironically, such a Cuban trait of the amateur fighters, the way they were able to move laterally and change direction with just effortless aplomb.
Yeah, Redondo, Gamboa.
I remember speaking to Joshua Buatsi about his World Championship quarterfinal against Julio Cesar. That's a stiff jab from Briedis. He was saying how difficult it was to pin him down. You never knew which direction he was going to move, but it has been Mairis Briedis who's been the better mover of the two here tonight.
Good right to the body there. It was a lovely shot from Dorticos. Slight swelling under the left eye of Briedis.
Oh, lovely left hook to the body, and Briedis responds well. Starting to get really attritional, this.
This fight is absolutely flown by. What a fight.
The important thing is right now is that we are witnessing a fight that Yuniel Dorticos needs to try and change the pattern of in the next 6 minutes.
Yeah. Get back behind that jab, the stiff jab, not the lazy jab. Throw the right to the body and the head. Just a little predictable in that last round. And Briedis loading up with his counter right hand of his own there. Just narrowly missed.
And if anybody can do it and can do it late, it is Yuniel Dorticos.
That's for sure.
Almost shades of the Murat Gassiev fight in some ways. Not quite been as attritional, quite been as violent as that was, but Briedis has certainly picked his spots well and used the blueprint that the Russian set to get himself ahead here. Can he stay ahead?
Good work from Briedis. Head, body, variation, lovely right hand. Good work from Briedis.
Starting to break the Cuban up, isn't he? Dorticos, as ever, even in the midst of fire, he continues to walk into the flames.
Stop! No holding back.
Lost his way a bit here, Dorticos.
Trying to pin Mairis Briedis in that corner, but just gave him the exit to the left. And back to centering goes the Latvian.
If I was Dorticos, I'd forget the right to the head for the minute. I'm not having no success with it whatsoever. I know he's extremely dangerous, but it's important he starts scoring. So throw it to the body. Again, moving nicely, isn't he, Briedis? Round the outskirts of the ring, looking very comfortable. Jumping in with 2s and 3s. Good work. Gotta let his hands go, Dorticos. Good right hand, but he took the sting out of it, Briedis, with his high guard.
Well, he came straight back as well. Really, really good response after that right hand landed. Pushing Dorticos back now.
Smart boxing from Briedis. A good jab from Dorticos. Well, how lucky have we been, Chris, to witness this, to witness the other finals. It's been fantastic. It really has. This is why I love this sport.
We have seen the very best of boxing in this tournament over the last 3 years. With rumours of talks about season 3 getting underway, perhaps even a heavyweight tournament. This just reiterates what a brilliant format the World Boxing Super Series has done, bringing the best together. Huge risk to defect from his home nation and pursue a pro career of which has paid enormous dividends for him over the last decade. But perhaps the 3 most important minutes of his career, can he make something of them? Surely he's behind on the cards.
He is on mine, Chris. I preferred the cute boxing from Briedis. Landed the better shots. The aggression certainly has been with Dorticos, but not landed nearly enough to be winning this contest. So now he needs to leave it all in the ring. Throw the kitchen sink at Briedis. Try and find that big right hand.
Briedis' conditioning has been so good all night. Never wanes, never falters, feet have never slowed. Into his 35th year. That was, of course, one of the imponderables. We would have been foolish not to have considered it, but it has in no way played a part in his performance. He has been exceptional.
The fight's not had the drama I was expecting, but as far as quality is concerned, it's been so entertaining. It really has. So exciting throughout. You know when it's been a good contest because it goes so quickly, and already we're almost halfway through this final round.
Dorticos is looking for a chopping or screw uppercut through the middle, but again, Briedis just exit left and spins out of harm's way. He stayed off the line so brilliantly tonight, always just resetting his feet, just hooked into a stiff jab there.
Doesn't need to get sloppy here, Briedis. Fell short with a right hand there. But Dorticos, you've got to let your hands go. If you want this trophy, you want to keep your IBF belt, you need to let your hands go.
Well, he has got something in the locker. He's staying remarkably calm about it. He's not rushing his work, but truth is, his time is running out. Look at that clock, 1 minute to go in the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight final. It was like we waited for an age, and no sooner had it started and it has gone by in the blink of an eye. Mairis Briedis just giving up Brown now.
Good work, head and body.
And he just spins him off beautifully too.
Great ring craft. Looking for that right uppercut again. But Dorticos looks spent. Mouth wide open.
He's given everything here in his career in this tournament series, season 1 and season 2. Is this the last time we see Yuniel Dorticos in a professional ring? Will he head home to see his family now? You wouldn't blame him. He's been a true ambassador for the sport, but this is just one step too far for him. Walked into a stiff jab from Briedis. Final 10 seconds of the Cruiserweight final. Stiff right hand, then the jab landed from the Latvian.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Here are the score totals. Michael Hook had it 117 to 111. Jörg Milke 114 even. Matteo Montella 117 to 111. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by majority decision, the Muhammad Ali Trophy and the Ring Magazine Bell winner, and the new IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World,